Well, now earlier in the lesson, at the beginning of this chapter section at the very top of the page, it's got a little statement about Leonardo's doing a set design for the school play. And it says that the doorway is to be a rectangle 36 inches wide and 80 inches tall. And we're asked here to conclude, can he conclude that this figure is in fact a rectangle? Now, we're told here that we got 80 inches tall. Maybe I'll do that in a different color. So these two opposite sides are the same. And since the doorway, we're told that it's 36 inches wide, we can conclude that the bottom of the doorway is also 36 inches wide. And we got another way we can conclude that a little bit later on. So we start off by saying, as far as our explanation, that the opposite sides are congruent. So the doorway, at the very least, is a parallelogram. Now, the fact that he took this carpenter square and confirmed that this bottom left corner of the figure is a right angle, well, we got something else that we can say there. So if one angle of a parallelogram is a right angle, then all the angles are right angles. And so by definition, if all the angles in the doorway are right angles and all the opposite sides of and it is a parallelogram, so by definition, since all the angles are right angles, it is a rectangle. Now, one other thing, I said something about this 36 inches here. The fact that this is a right angle means that these two sides are perpendicular. And since they're perpendicular, then that also would prove that the bottom of that doorway is 36 inches. So the opposite sides are congruent. We got one angle we know is a right angle. That means that they're all right angles. And so by definition, that makes this parallelogram, in fact, a rectangle.